What's up? Um, I don't normally do these videos, but I was watching something today. Um, One of the guys I like to watch occasionally on YouTube is Doc Rich. What's up, Doc? Um, and he was dissecting this video of Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian, once again commenting on Eminem, saying that Eminem admitting that he's a guest in the House of Hip Hop. Real quick, I've been listening to rap since I was 15, and I'm pushing 50. But that era is like my era, the 80s and 90s, and that's when Brand Nubian was out, and they were good. I mean, Grand Poobah was awesome. Step to the Rear, All for One, that album was really, really good. But Lord Jamar was barely on it lyrically. Anyway, in this video with Doc Rich, or in Vlad TV, he says that now that Eminem's admitted, he said because he's the soil of hip hop, and the soil decides who the goat is and where it goes, and he's part of the soil. Now, I'm not taking away their success early on, but you are not one of the lyricists that I think of when I think of like top 50, 100. If you get guys like Jay-Z, well, I'm not even a huge Jay-Z fan, but KRS-One, Chuck D, Rakim, Ice Cube, those guys that really laid the foundation. DOC, who is so underrated. If you've never heard No One Can Do It Better, the album, you're missing out. The Formula is on my top, I think, 5 or 10 rap songs of all time. But those guys would be, to me, considered the soil. And they ain't saying the same shit you are. The truth of the matter is, M's been around, I don't know, 25 years, 20 years, at least. About 20 or so. And he's done more in that time than anybody has ever done. I know Biggie's good. I wasn't a big Tupac and Biggie fan, I know. Curse me out if you want. But bottom line is, you know how as you get older, your music changes, kind of sway a little bit, but your core is what you were like in your teenage years and your 20s. But Eminem managed to make it through. I mean, I was not a big fan of the Marshall Mathers LP2, but when he dropped Recovery, that shit was insane. Like, he just jumped right back into it, and then skip the LP2 and go to Kamikaze. Are you kidding me? Like, that might be, I mean, the Eminem show has always been my favorite of all, but Kamikaze's up there, and now Music to Be Murdered By is right behind it or right around there. But nobody constructs rhymes, breaks down words, comes up with shit that you would never think of than Eminem. All while showing respect to everybody else around him, except the ones that specifically go after him for some bullshit comment because he's white. So, like I said, Doc Rich said it. Vibe Villa, my favorite commentators, hinted towards it. Eminem's the best that's ever done it. Not the best living, not the best white rapper, not the best or the most sales or the longest longevity. It all boils down to one thing. How do you gauge the best rapper? You know, some people say, they use pretty words like flow and cadence and shit like that. And I mean, yeah, that stuff has a lot to do with it. But the bottom line is, the bars they drop and you go, oh my God, what did he just say? You know, he rhymed the word tirelessly. He rhymed the word, what was the one the other day? I forget, but I was like talking to my daughter about it. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, no one thinks of that shit. He sits there and works on it and over and over and over and comes up with shit and breaks down syllables that you never even thought of. Sorry. I mean, it's nothing against, like I mean, guys like Jay-Z and Kanye and stuff. I mean, those guys are great too, and I enjoy their music. And I know that the big deal now is guys like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and Joyner Lucas and stuff. I don't really listen to it because I'm an old man. Um, as much. I mean, here and there, my guys that work for me will let me listen to it, and I'll be like, okay, that's pretty cool. But sorry, man. Like for someone who's basically stuck in the '90s and '80s in rap, and now the only MC to get through and still destroy everybody out there is Eminem. Deal with it.